Hello, this is a match between me, Fuzzy Cow, and Mega Bear 13-7. I think it's a pretty good game as both decks do what they want to do and it comes down to a close ending. The first choice I have to make is whether to put Tepig, Fennekin, or Litleo out. I decide to put Tepig out because he's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. Litleo becomes Pyroar, which is the most offensive weapon I have in this deck, whereas Fennekin becomes Delphox, which has a lot of utility as it allows me to draw more cards. Mega Bear puts down a Reshiram, which is not a big deal as I can take it out with Pyroar, however he does follow it up with two Poliwags. This indicates a Poliwrath Politoad deck. This is bad as my deck is mostly fire, so I will have weakness to his main strategy. In order to do well, I will know that I will need my Miltanks to do some work. So immediately I search for some Miltanks and get a very good hand. In this hand I have Pyroar, a couple of supporters, and some fire energy. I attach the fire energy to Miltank because I need him to be ready. In order to be ready though, I will also need my Fennekin to evolve into a Delphox. Hopefully my Tepig can stall long enough so I can get Delphox out and start doing some damage on his Reshiram. Mega Bear uses N, which gives me a different hand, though it's very similar. I still have Pyroar and two supporters. I can use Sycamore to get brand new cards, or I can use Pokemon Fan Club to secure my Miltank army, which is what I decide to do. I also decide to put out my double colorless on my Pyroar because Pyroar is a threat, and it may force him to make mistakes later in the game. So now things are looking okay as I have my Miltank army and Mega Bear ends me again, this time giving me a way to get out my Delphox. This is the last piece of the puzzle in order to make my Miltank army a threat. Now I think about who to attach this double colorless to. I decide based on the board that I will need a major attacker in the late game, so I attach the double discolor energy to Blixican. This will set up Delphox to be a threat in the late game if I attach enough fire energy to it, which I decide that I will need in order to knock out his Poliwrath in one hit. So he does take out my Tepig here, but that's okay because it allows to open up the march of the Miltanks. My Miltank army is ready to do some work now. All I need to do is get some fire energy, which I feel fairly confident in acquiring. Things are looking good as everything is going according to plan. Now I attach this muscle band to somebody. I'm going to decide to do that on Delphox as I need Delphox to be really powered up in order to take out the Poliwrath. So I check out and I see that I need to attach 3 fire energy and the muscle band in order to knock him out. And so that's what I'm going to be kind of focusing on in between attaching energies to Miltanks. Unfortunately, he also puts out a Mewtwo EX. I don't know if I can take out Reshiram, Mewtwo EX, and Poliwrath, but I'm going to give it a try. There goes my Miltank doing the job that it's supposed to do, knocking out this Reshiram. Up comes Mewtwo, knocking out my Miltank. Now I'll have a choice between Miltank and Pyroar. Both need to have a fire energy attached to it, which is okay as I have 2 fire in my hand. This is a choice that is probably a mistake as I go for Miltank, who is the cheaper of the 2 creatures. However, Miltank is also more useful in this situation as he can take one more hit from Poliwrath and stall longer than Pyroar could. So I take out this Embor to ensure that I will have at least one stage 2 Pokemon and to thin out my deck a little. He knocks out my Miltank, which is okay. I send out my Pyroar, charge it up, and now there are basically 2 major threats on the field. His Poliwrath and my Delphox. If I can attach 2 fire energy and a muscle band to my Delphox, I'll be able to knock out his Poliwrath in one hit, and he will have no powered up Pokemon. He does have double colorless on his Politoad, however, that is not a threat right now, whereas my Delphox would be a major threat. Now I'm focusing on just powering up Delphox, trying to get the 2 fire energy and the muscle band required to one-shot his Poliwrath. Unfortunately, in this game, you cannot attach 2 fire energy in a single turn without some help, which I do not have. So that is the game. Thank you, Mega Bear. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope that you, the viewer, enjoyed the video, and thank you for your time. Goodbye.